All right. Uh, Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the public hearing for docket number 2020-0139, Hawaiian Electric Company's application for construction of a 46 kilovolt overhead line extension in Waianae, Oahu. My name is Leo Asuncion. I'm the chair of the commission, and joining me are Commissioner Potter and Commissioner Kauai, as well as the consumer advocate, Dean Nishina. And we also have a number of our commission staff that are on the WebEx as well. Today's hearing is being live streamed and recorded on the commission's YouTube channel. A copy of the recording of this hearing will be available on the commission's YouTube channel. Just as a reminder, anyone who wishes to testify, please indicate that in the chat feature and we will call you in order. We also have time for participants on the phone who wish to testify. All participants will be on mute until it is time to take testimony, when the host will unmute people individually. State law requires that the commission hold a public hearing whenever a public utility plans to place, construct, erect, or otherwise build a new 46 kilovolt or greater high voltage electric transmission system above the surface of the ground through any residential area. Here, in this project, it's not anticipated to pass through through a residential area, but however, it is expected to be visible from nearby homes and is approximately 123 feet away from the nearest home. As a result, Hawaiian Electric has requested that the commission hold a public hearing to inform the community of the project, in addition to AES's outreach efforts. This evening, the commission is holding this public hearing for docket number 2020-0139. The purpose of this hearing is for the commission to take testimony and not to answer any questions about the application or proposed project. Testifiers can contact both Hawaiian Electric and the consumer advocate if you have questions for them. The contact information for Hawaiian Electric and the consumer advocate are available in the public notice for this hearing, also on the commission's website, and will be posted in the chat for this evening's hearing. Hawaiian Electric Company Incorporated, referred to as Hawaiian Electric or HECO, requests are described in detail in a number of places. First, in its application filed on September 15, 2020. Second, in its interconnection requirements amendment filed on March 19, 2022, and in the hearing notice. Briefly, Hawaiian Electric is requesting commission approval to install a 46 kilovolt overhead line extension from the existing Waianae Mikilua 46 kV line to interconnect the AES Mountain View Solar facility. The hearing today is to determine whether the 46 kV extension may be constructed above the surface of the ground pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute Section 269-27.6A as in Apple. Short ground rules for testifying. The applicant will be given 8 minutes to discuss its requests, and the consumer advocate will be given 8 minutes to explain its roles in the process and present any testimony. All other testifiers will have 3 minutes to present testimony at this hearing. I'll note that testifiers may not give all or any portion of their allotted time to another testifier. In addition to testifying tonight, you may also submit comments in writing to the commission by email or by regular mail, and please reference docket number 2020-0139 on your testimony. And you can email comments to puc.comments@hawaii.gov, or you can mail them to our mailing address, and you can find that information on our website, as well as I believe it will be placed into the chat. To date, we have already received a number of written public comments regarding the proposed 46 kV overhead line extension from individuals and organizations. And those are viewable on the Commission's Docket Management System website, a link of which will be included into the chat tonight. I ask that when you if you are testifying this evening, at the beginning of your testimony, please identify yourself, state whether you are testifying on behalf of an organization or as an individual, and third, state whether you support or oppose Hawaiian Electric's request. So we'll begin, give you how we're going to run tonight's hearing. We'll begin with testimony from Hawaiian Electric, followed by the consumer advocate, and then followed by anyone from the public who have indicated that they wish to testify via the WebEx chat feature, followed by anyone from the public that joined the meeting through phone. To the public participants, again on WebEx, to use the chat feature, click on the chat button on the bottom right of your WebEx screen, type in "I want to testify," and then the host will call on you and unmute your microphone when it's your turn to testify. And finally, for phone participants, again, when it's your turn to testify, you'll be given a prompt to enter *6, and then you can start testifying. So first, let me call upon Randall Shiro from Hawaiian Electric to provide a summary and any testimony on behalf of HECO.
Thank you, Chairman Asuncion. So good evening, everybody. Chairman Asuncion, Commissioner Potter, Commissioner Kuaye, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Randall Shiro, and I am the Manager of Project and Program Management for Hawaiian Electric Company. In this docket, Hawaiian Electric is requesting a Commission determination that the proposed overhead 46 kilovolt or kV line extension be constructed above the surface of the ground pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statutes Section 269-27.5 and 269-27.6. The 46 kV overhead line extension is necessary to interconnect Hawaiian Electric's system with the AES Mountain View Solar 7 megawatt solar farm and 7 megawatt 35 megawatt hour energy storage facility. The estimated cost for the 46 kV overhead line extension is approximately $158,000, which AES Mountain View Solar LLC has agreed to pay. I'll be using 3 exhibits to describe the proposed 46 kV line work. Exhibit 1 is a map showing the project site and the proposed 46 kV overhead line extension, which is along Waianae Valley Road, located in the Waianae area. Exhibit 2 consists of an aerial map and street view renderings of the project area. Exhibit 3 shows drawings of the new pole configurations that will be used for the 46 kV overhead line extension. Construction of the 46 kV line extension work is anticipated to commence in July 2023 and completed by August 2023. I will now hand over the presentation to the project manager, Sam Giordano, to discuss the exhibits in further detail.
Thank you, Randall. Hello all, thank you for joining today. My name is Sam Giordano. I'm the project manager of the Mountain View Solar project, and I'll be presenting our 3 exhibits. Just give me 1 minute here and I'm gonna share my screen so we can see these exhibits. Okay. Exhibit 1 is a map showing the project site and the proposed 46 kV overhead line extension, which is located along Waianae Valley Road. The existing 46 kV overhead line, shown in purple, will be extended along Waianae Valley Road to the property where the substation will be located. The proposed overhead 46 kV line extension, shown in blue, involves the installation of two 70-foot wood poles, one 65-foot wood pole, and approximately 176 circuit feet of 46 kV overhead conductors. Exhibit 2 shows an aerial map of the project area and details the distance from the nearest dwellings to the project location. There are 4 street view renderings of the proposed 46 kV line extension from the 4 nearest dwellings, shown in figures 1 through 4. You can see here the 3 new poles that will be added. As you'll see, the nearest dwelling is approximately 123 feet away across Waianae Valley Road and is shown on page 4. Subsequent photos show the existing poles and lines labeled in blue and the proposed poles and lines labeled in red. Exhibit 3 shows 3 drawings of the new wood pole configurations that will be used for the 46 kV overhead line extension. These show the height of the poles in relation to ground level and the points that the conductor will attach to them. Thank you for your time, and I will now hand the presentation back to Randall to deliver the closing statement.
Thank you, Sam. So in conclusion, should members of the public have any questions regarding this project, staff members and I will be available after the hearing to answer questions and provide further details on the project. I thank the Commission for this opportunity to describe our proposed project. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Randall. Turn over now to Dean Nishina, the consumer advocate, for any testimony that you wish to make.
Good evening, Chair Asuncion, Commissioner Potter, Commissioner Kauai, and members of the public. My name is Dean Nishina. I'm the Executive Director for the Division of Consumer Advocacy in the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, and I'm also known as the Consumer Advocate. The Consumer Advocate represents the interests of consumers in public utility and transportation matters by advocating for reliable services at reasonable customer costs. I'm here this evening to listen to the community's comments regarding issue number 4 related to Hawaiian Electric Company, Inc., or I will refer to them as Hawaiian Electric or HECO, their request for approval in this proceeding. Issue number 4 relates to the construction of the 46 kilovolt overhead line that was described earlier by the Hawaiian Electric representatives, and it is meant to interconnect the already approved Mountain View Solar project to the electric grid. As mentioned earlier, Hawaiian Electric is seeking this approval pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statutes 269.27.6 subsection A, which requires the Commission to approve any new 46 kV or higher transmission line anticipated to be constructed. The Consumer Advocate will continue its independent analysis of Hawaiian Electric's request for Commission approval of this project. This analysis included our office asking questions about the need and the reasonableness of the scope for the project, whether the proposed placement above ground is reasonable, as well as other factors such as whether a party may be willing to pay for the line to be placed underground. After completing our review, we will file a statement of position with the Commission explaining our analysis and providing our recommendations. Tonight, however, we encourage the public to express your comments and opinions to the Commission regarding Hawaiian Electric's proposed project and the above ground placement. This is your opportunity to let our office as well as the Commission know of your thoughts, comments, or concerns regarding the project and whether it should be placed overhead or underground. This will assist both the Consumer Advocate and the Commission in our work. If you do not wish to speak tonight, we encourage you to submit written comments to the Commission or our office so that your comments can be made part of the record. As we move forward, please feel free to contact the Consumer Advocate's office at any time to share your thoughts, concerns, and questions regarding this or any other regulated utility or transportation matter. The Commission has already put our contact information in the chat, but for those of you who may be listening by phone, just really quickly, our mailing address is P.O. Box 541, Honolulu, Hawaii 96809. And our email address is dca@dcca.hawaii.gov. I appreciate the opportunity to provide this testimony. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Now I'll turn to anyone that's in the WebEx that wishes to provide testimony. We have, right now, no one has signed up, but if you do wish, please, again, go to the chat button that's in your lower right-hand side of the screen and type in there that you want to testify, and then we will call upon you and unmute you to provide any testimony. I'll give that about a minute or so for you folks to try to type in if you do want to testify. While we do that, maybe we can go to the folks on participating in this meeting via phone. All I can see is you're being identified as call-in user 2 and call-in user 3. I believe that's all, but then and I'm not sure who is who, but maybe if staff can unmute call-in user number 2 and then press *6
Okay.
if you wish to testify.
Aloha, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. I wish to testify, and my name is Chris Delaney with Pacific Resource Partnership. And Pacific Resource Partnership represents the Carpenters Union, as well as 240 large and small contractors in the state of Hawaii. I am testifying on docket number 2020-0139, and PRP is in support for Hawaiian Electric Company's proposed overhead line extension. This will enable the development of the AES Mountain View Solar plus storage project. The project will provide valuable opportunities to both create new jobs and by creating infrastructure that can help lower energy costs to consumers and businesses. There's no better time than now to kind of get these projects online, moving forward and into operation, as we are moving off of coal, as energy costs are getting higher. Consumers need some relief, and we need to also create new green energy types of jobs too for our people to create a pipeline for them in the future. So this project has some economic benefits, as I said, 200 local jobs and an economic output of approximately $45 million. The project will generate and store electricity using clean renewable energy for approximately 5,000 Oahu homes. And this will advance our state closer towards achieving its energy goal of 100% clean energy by 2045. So thank you for this opportunity to testify.
Right. Thank you, Chris. I need to see if there was anyone that wanted to testify. If not, if we could maybe unmute call-in user number 2 and see if they want to testify. Okay, it doesn't look like that caller wishes to testify. We'll go back, make sure anyone on the WebEx, if they wish to testify, let us know. Going once. Going twice? No? Anyone else on the phone? If not, all right. Again, I want to thank everyone for participating in tonight's public hearing. Following the conclusion of the public hearing, the Commission and the Consumer Advocate will continue with their review of Hawaiian Electric's request. And the process will conclude with the Commission's issuance of its written decision. So without any other testifiers that may wish to testify, this concludes the public hearing for docket number 2020-0139. Again, thank you to all of you for attending and participating. Have a good evening, and again, thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you.